Hey, welcome. Let's tackle this heap of tapes. This is the tape delay. We're going to play Rock Sessie from 2022, Nederlands Zwarste. I wanted to show it. I think I showed it already, but that's dedication to carve each tape. There you go. This is out on Hayden's Hart, splattered, caked in blood. So if that's your thing, grab it. I think they're still available. I don't know limitation wise. Now, a tape delay is always a stressful moment for me, so let's just delve in. I've taken some notes, written something down. Some are prepped, some are not, so yeah. You'll get the info you need. Let's start off with a trade I did. This is not a tape, I'm aware, thank you. But this is Menace Ruin with the Sigil Sessions. Call to Blood, Defenestration, and Desert Yourself. Luchtgeld number 5 from 2010. This is Peter from Alkerdeel's label, and they did 5 to 6, I'm not sure, of these mini CDRs. They are chained to a wooden block, and they come with these insane miniature slipcase covers printed. Then the CD is attached to a wooden block. They are numbered. Mine is 63, if you can see that. So yeah, very well crafted. The block is lasered with not the logo, but the logo for the release, I guess. There we go, with block. And it comes with a poster. There were 66, I think, and 3 of them had a pin package with snakeskin or something like that. The poster, I don't know what's upside down, but you get the picture. So very nice releases. I think I have 4 now. They're in the cabinet. They're the new one. Yeah, this is number 4. Sylvester Anfang is one. I think Virus is one. Some Carmichael projects he did, because he's a Vet Wins Enden fanboy, I guess. But yeah, great musicians, great label. It's a pity he did only 6, or yeah, that's the one. Traded this with a guy off Discogs, I think, for a record. So, good deal in my opinion. Cheers. That went up my nose. Here we go, tape delay. This is Black Curse, a new promo they did. Promo, I guess, 2023, MMRRIII, Black Curse from Denver. And this is parts Spectral Voice, parts Primitive Man, and I guess I'm forgetting other bands, but the drummer for Spectral Voice is the singer here. This is the promo they had for their tour they did. An album, Burning in Celestial Poison, out soon on Sepulchral Voice Records. They did the first one too. Missed the first promo, definitely not missing the second promo. There we go. Nothing too much. Recorded in the fires of summer. Listen in darkness at maximum volume. Denouncing Blight and Trodden Flesh are the tracks on here. So yeah, full length, I guess, coming out soon. Not heard anything about it yet. That was the show of the year for me. We're almost through a year, but yeah, that was one of the better. Then Gathering Stones. I showed it or played it in the last one, A Pale Omen from Canada. Did I write down where? No, he has been added at Gathering Stones from 2014 nonetheless. He started there, or the idea was born there. And then it went away a bit because he's playing in a lot of other bands that I'm still not sure what bands, but spanning the genre from death metal to doom metal. And all these things come together into this. This is not just black metal. I heard the stomp black metal when I played it, and that was what was ringing in my ear at the time. But I also hear a faint death metal influence, a lot of punk, 80s. He's himself mentioned 80s punk, D-beat and that kind of stuff. So not saying it's D-beat, but in there. It's described as morbid, ugly black metal from the northern desert hell, nails into the bones of night. And yeah, the themes are basically death worship. Very nice tape. It's all yellowish. Did I write anything down? No. Yeah, he's very good. at playing all the instruments because it's a one-man band or a project, but there's detail for all the instruments, not just a playthrough drum or a drum machine. Very good on the bass. Black Aura is my favorite track because it has this weird stutter in there that keeps the track engaging, I guess. And every time when it stutters, it feels like a gun gets cocked and just a little feedback comes out and the track starts all over again. But yeah, the demo is also part of a full length that is coming out, so the 4 tracks will be reworked, I guess. Came kind of through Thrill Hard Productions. I know he had them for a long time, but once they went up on Thrill Hard, they just sold out, I guess. Thank you for the interest in Gathering Stones. Hope you find the full cassette experience superior to the digital version. New album in 2024. There you go. Okay. Once again, thank you very much. Like I said, interesting sounds, 4-tracker, good demo from Canada, and a different sound than what we are used to from Canada. It's not as cold. It's warm like the artwork. I even wrote that down. Gabriel Hunt did the artwork, and these are parts of a bigger painting he did. He also says, for fans of, or the for fans of, is Legion Noir, of course, Akitsa, Fruity Dirk, which I was looking for last time with Cirrus, and then Aske. Seems to be an everlasting presence these days, but yeah, check this one out. A Pale Omen. Then, 2 weird ones from my friend in Sweden, Mr. Alexander Williamson, better known as Hulk, and in this case better known as Hastourism, I guess. This is the first and second album. Digitally he has, I think, 1 EP more, something like that, but it's Hulk, and then it's the other one basically on the same Bandcamp. So this is more the raw black metal thing. I think Hulk allows more folk influences in there, if I can say it. He's from Sweden, Borlang, I guess, from the Void and the Dark Forests of Dalarna. But yeah, this is the first one. Yes, Depraved Hypnosis, pretty sure. I don't know who the guy on the cover is, but he looks German, I guess. Well, yes, this one is, let's talk about the other one first, because I've written them down in that order. This one is Psychedelic Gates Walking. There you go. A lot of titles, a lot of artists and tracks. But what this is basically a home recorded tape of his second full length that is basically raw black metal played in the vein of Rockmansia style Wagner Oedegaard stuff, but then the entire thing gets broken up by this toned down Keller synth that uses organ instead of synth, so it's Keller organ maybe. The influence creeps in there, I guess. Hails Mr. Filth, limited to 10, and I think this is the precursor because the CD for the first one already came out on some Polish label. It's very bedroom-esque production. I mean, you hear him shuffling through the room to his instruments to start playing. He has this weird little guitar plunking thing that makes an appearance, I think, more in Hulk than in here, but yeah. Very interesting tape, especially the Rockmansia Keller stuff. It's not Keller since it's toned down. There is no dance influence, I guess. Anything else? Punkish folk stomp, D-beats. Iljarn is definitely in there because somewhere on here, I think on the second one, is a Zorgvachter cover. So yeah, it has not only that bedroom recording feel, but it also has kind of a sketchbook feel. He calls it a full length, but you can hear him still searching for, I don't know if it's going to be the third one, but the fourth one definitely. So yeah. My favorite track, Depraved, I think, and I know my favorite track was You're Only a Fucking Ant, and then the last track is even better, Worms in the Wall. So definitely check it out on his Bandcamp. 2 great ones. This has more of a forward raw black metal approach than the other one there. Yeah, Hastur Hufayak, it says. I don't know what that means, but yeah. The other one is a more slithering, doomy, serious samples going through it in the first one, so yeah, that's all I can say about it for now. But yeah, two very interesting and good tapes. And then I'll do one more and dive in the next part. This is Obscure Twilight with the promo 2020. This is Southern Resistance material like Diabolical Full Moon. There's nothing scratched in the tape, but at least it has screws I'm looking for. That's the level of nerdism I'm at tape-wise. I'm not buying anything unless it has screws in there so you can open it. Thankfully, the whole tapes can, or the tapes can open up because one is kind of stuck. But yeah, this one is not stuck. This is Isaiah, a one-man project. Support the true Polish underground black metal and war against Christianity. No fun, no trends, no weakness. There you go. Southern Resistance, so you kind of can know the sounds, you kind of know what to expect, but it's more, it definitely lays off the synth a bit more than the Diabolical Full Moon and his project. I think this is a different one, but the promo popped up, I think last year already, because it's 22, of course, but then it got picked up by Tasmania, who does the entire Southern Resistance. Good tape, I just haven't listened to it that much, that's about it. See you in part 2. Yes, I've put on the Obscure Twilight. Bok just did his best Satan, and it was over. So yeah, we are in Poland right now. Ontinel Hex, definitely, I guess, still available. We are going to, I think, Spain, but I could be very wrong. The Hermetic Blood Records. And I have 3 releases by them, all neatly stacked in a do-it-yourself canvas bag. The first one is Hermetic Blood Order from Flagellant. No, sorry, the Hermetic Blood Order is the label. This is Of Will and Blood by Flagellant. Volmont's project, his solo project. And this came out, I think, this year, but I could be mistaken. Very nice tapes. There is no screw in here, so that's not good, but the tape itself is good. It starts with a very oversteered intro, synths going all over the place. There you go. And fold it to get it in. I think he is from Spain, but the label is not necessarily all Spain acts, I think. They don't give too much info, they give just enough info and they're reachable. But yeah, this one comes with a cloth bag stamped with a ruin to make it interesting, I guess. The old flame will burn again against everything, against everyone. Black metal is war, and then their Bandcamp. Hermetic Blood Order, yes. Music-wise, it is 100% pure black metal. If there's punk in there, it's very limited. The last track, I think I didn't read lyrics. Let's see. I don't know. The last track has a very pagan sounding guitar, so there is some punk creeping in there, but not. Yeah, it's just a very good black metal tape. The vocals are on point, and it's hard to keep describing why it's good. It's just if it clicks, it clicks, I guess. And there are 3 good releases. So this is Flagellant. The second one is Forlorn Yearning. The man behind that is FWH, once again stamped with the label logo this time. It came in this neat little blood red package, true black metal for the true believers, Hermetic Blood, so the Bandcamp again. Then this is, I think, their first release, but that is sold out. This is Mystical Mountains, the promo tape, it just came with the J card. This is the Forlorn Yearning tape, Sequences from the Endless Dream. It is a compilation of 2 singles and then a demo. There we go. Tape, similar as the other one. PWH, all instruments and words, like I said. There is a single, Blessed by Melancholy, and melancholy is the tone throughout the entire thing. The demo is Perpetuating the Flame, and then another single, Vain Yaliet Luminia, something like that. It is a foreign language, but I don't know. Yes, recorded in the hateful summer. Everybody hates the summer, in 2020. There we go. it is sombre. It's not DSBM, but it's very melancholic. There is an old croaking sound on the guitar. It has a burzum sound, but it's played very melancholic. So it has that electric tone going through it. What it also has is a big heavy metal component. Yeah, just heavy metal leads. There's synth that comes in that kind of holds it together, but just holds it together because it's, yeah, I don't know. There's something there. But it is a 10-minute track with vocals, clean heavy metal leads, but it's still doomy, and yeah, I guess through the melancholy that comes in. Second track, the synths become more present. It has, the song's called No Return, I think, but it kind of pulls from Battery here and there. That is the heavy metal influence, but still that swaying style that also is in the first track with the burzum guitar. Then the third track is a very hard track, and the fourth track is a 17-minute track. Very mid-bass, very somber, but in the best way possible, of course. It is kind of in DSBM territory, that's how. But yeah, the length is sustained by interludes that have these. It cuts the track in pieces a bit because it's raw and then comes in, blah blah blah. But it also has that very farewell sounding, yeah, last track feel. But it does not bore at the least. So yeah, another great release by them. I think they're up to 5 by now. I'm talking a lot about these releases, but you know, he kind of gave them to me in support. So yeah. Then the last one is All Hail the Split Tongue Horde's Spirit Vindictus with of Serpentine Tongues. Another one by them. I'm not sure who's behind this one. He has a Volok shirt. Is that Volok? I'm not sure. Tape once again, very nicely done. One side, it's the J card this time is a bit less, but I guess didn't have anything to say. The tape is Snake themed, of course. That is the Bandcamp again. This comes in the gayest cloth bag of all, the lingerie bag. What this does have is a vial with graveyard soil in there. The limitations of these are insane. I think 12, stuff like that. It comes, however, with a J card is not much, but it comes with a very hateful looking picture, and then the track list and some more info. I think I'll fold this instead of roll it later, but yeah. The rawest of the bunch. This is the most raw black metal as we've come to know it, through Mutilation, Legion Noir, that entire thing, into the swaying connotations between French and Portuguese, that kind of production. Yeah, Snake themed. There's a Mutilation cover on here, the first track of the Vampire Records. But it has some added ambience to it. There are samples in here that are, yeah, horrifying. The noise is slittered throughout. It kind of does feel Serpentine or Snake-like. So yeah. What else did I write down? Very minimal synth use. There's some Iljarn here and there, but yeah, not punk at all. The recording sound is a bit. I think it's recorded in sessions or tracks apart because it sounds a bit, you know, all over the place. But still, very good tape. Very good 1, 2, 3 from Hermetic Blood Order. And then he decided to give this to me. Now this is a riddle. This is from, I think it's called Volcanic Pride. It just popped up. I have this tape for about a month, and I listened to it once when it came in, and then yesterday I listened to it again. This is, yeah, a very good tape. I think from Volcanic Pride, or they distribute it because it's kind of also a Spanish label. I don't know. But it is a comp. The True Underground Cults. Very good tape. No screws, but it has screws. So very good tape. It comes Piedral Solar, I think. There are some flyers in here that the first time I couldn't get my head around. But yeah, clandestine label against the modern world. There's a Gmail label. If you're interested, just put it in the comments and I'll link it to you, because I don't think I'll do more of these info things below. But yeah, this is basically a comp. Declaration of war against this infected world. Songs collected here are authentic battle hymns, the last breath of a dying scene. Black metal must be and will be evil and dangerous, but above all, it must be kept away from this plastic society against the modern world war. Yeah, plastic, the tape is plastic, so I don't know, you know. This is Volksseele, Sub Imperium, Commando Tool, Diabolical Full Moon. That's the one I knew, and then Flagellant is the first in this batch. So yeah, Mar, Full Moon Procession, Phantom Oubli, all seriously unknown bands. Very, yeah, a very underground affair, I should say. I listened to it yesterday. There's some very hateful tracks in here. There's one track that is basically just a machine gun going off, but yeah. Very cool to have, and thank you to Volmond for including this little monster. Thanks, man. I can already see this is going to be a rather long one because we have stuff to go. So yeah, sit tight. Next thing is a package that came from literally the other side of the world. This came from Tasmania. Nice little envelope that nothing on it. I don't know why I kept it, maybe to have MN's address. But yeah, this is a care package from Matthew from Carved Cross Overuse. Tape is done. I'll turn it around, or I'll turn it around, put something next to it. We're hanging out, I guess. There we go. We're still listening to the Obscure Twilight. Still in Poland, but now to Tasmania. I'll do this one first. There is some cool stuff in here. There are some weird stickers in here that I want to ask him about, but the interview is probably not going to happen. There is some promo in here for Bellicist on Dominance of Darkness. That will probably be out already. There is a beautiful Overuse logo sticker in here that I will put in with the tape, and then the best thing maybe is the Carved Cross reflector magnets. There you go. So yeah, let's see what came in. So I have the photo. There you go. Carved Cross. That's about it. Now you know how the picture is made. Not going to cut that. This is the first thing that came in. This is what Matthew wanted to send me, and this is the Rehearsal 2023 from Carved Cross. Just basically a plain blank tape. There you go, nothing to see here, but screws, very good. And then the booklet comes for the folded sheet in the back. They keep on doing it this way. It says, struck by blasphemous infinity and failed consummation. Yes, consummation is the fatuity, I think, of completion. They are yanking my chain with these titles. But what this is basically the rehearsal for the Turin gig they did at the beginning of the year. So to have this, I think he sent it out to people who were there or that he met there. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's all I know, or that's all I can tell you. It seems William from Aske has, well, everybody knows by now, he made the bootleg from the live show that will be coming in, I guess, rather sooner. But Matthew, thank you very much for this one. For the magnet, of course, very cool. Don't know where to put it. Maybe on the coffee pot. And then these two came also with the package. This is Cryptic Spirits. I've shown them, I guess, in a previous video, but here and there something pops up, needs some more attention. This is UE from Nachlich. It's basically all refurbished cassettes. This is country gospel, then reused. Original artist, Church Without a Name. I dreamed of a hillbilly heaven. The world is not my home. Yes, here, here. This is UE and MN from respectively Nachlich and other, maybe Eurified Catacomb more here. But yeah, Nachlich and then MN from Carved Cross Overuse. Blackline, you know. And these will be important. Eurified Catacomb, Blackline. But then mixed with the rawness of what these people are or are doing. Very cool tape, very cool duo making some racket, and that's what it is. It is combination of the ambient stuff, combination of ambient woven into the tracks. That's what I heard, at least. A very special love song by Jim Neighbors. There you go. And this one, I think the cover here is better, but the J card, the yellow, works perfectly. They are all limited to, let's see, 50. This is 34, and it has a logo on here. Siegfried did the logo, but I mean, it has a label-esque logo, I guess. But I don't know too much more. If you like what these two gentlemen are doing apart, you will love what they're doing together. The problem is going to be to get your hands on here, but I guess there will be a more official release. I don't know. Then Matthew, thank you. Purified Catacomb. This comes from Dead Hymn. The title is An Acquisition of Corpses. Not even an, just acquisition of corpses. Purified Catacomb is UE or Ulrike, I guess that's his name, from Nachtlich Udas. Yeah, a necrophilia themed release for fans of Backline. It is in 3 parts, and each part kind of does something different musically to express what he is doing within the broader sense. He's one of those I talked about, Matthew, too, one of the Renaissance men, in the sense that they're doing power electronics, they're doing ambient, they're doing noise, and they're doing black metal and carved cross, whatever that is. But they do it to such a high level and such detail to all of the things. I mean, if you want to follow Purified Catacomb, that alone, the releases, I mean, there's a ton. This was also a private release in 2021. But yeah, black noise, ambient, power electronics for fans of Blackline, but yeah, that's obvious. And then the title, Purified Catacomb. I mean, as if a catacomb needs purifying. It is that kind of music. It deals with necrophilia. I mean, what do you need to know? What also deals with necrophilia is the last in this power electronics update, I think. Yes, I don't know anything about power electronics, but Francesco was kind enough to present me with the 1800 Babylon, and the hatred took a hold of me. I googled the title because it was so... it had to have been used, but it's nowhere. It's not on Discog, so a hatred took a hold of me. Very good. The only thing I know power electronics wise is Sarin Snow, Slave Chandelier here and there a bit. The things Go to Warwick did here and there, but I don't know what to do with it. Claustrophobic ritual abuse and psychologic manipulation. I think the last thing is very Francesco worthy. Yeah, just when I thought I was out of power electronics, they pulled me back in. I've written down, but I don't have any reference point for the music. What I do wish is that he stopped using our vacation photos for his releases, because that's really not nice to not ask and share. Exaltation of Parasites, Quadrumvir Tree, I think, something in Italian. Host Desecration, which is, I think the track breaks open there. Squandered, I'm sorry, I thought that was Italian. And then And Hatred Took a Hold of Me. Artwork by Divine Gnosis Studio, Betaman, and Black Occult Productions. So yeah, very cool. The new releases, I said, get them to the people who love this shit. I mean, I love what he is doing, but I don't need all of it, especially since it's so limited and people are looking for it. So yeah, I think the last two, it's kind of a build-up thing, and then the last two just breaks open, and then Francesco comes out, or 1800 Babylon comes out. The hatred takes over. But once again, keep our pictures private. Okay, probably not the last part of the video, but we persevere. This is, we are listening to Cryptic Spirits, and this is the second demo, the Cloudy Explosion. You can already hear the buried production in here, so yeah. The Tasmanian and the Necrophile doing shit together. Then, let's see, I have to get my affairs in order a bit, because they fell over. What is all this? That's sticker. That's that. Okay. First things first, I found in my prep, or in my heap, the Easy Green sticker that came with the there we go. It's kind of abrasive still. The Easy Green Hermetic Dark Metal that was with the CD. What also came with it was the thank you note. Pretty much a good way to delve into the Easy Green journey. Keep in touch, G. But what is cool is written on a flyer, and very old. It's a perfect. It looks like a brand new copy, but Behemoth Disaster. Svartsin from Sweden, special guest Sabbath. And I don't even know what that one is actually, unless it says Sabbath. It's possible. There you go. Cool old flyer and a nice sticker. Very good CD still. Then we are going to Sweden for a change. I think I showed this one too. Train to Istanbul from Southern Spruce. There's the promo flyer for it. The Escape from Elizabeth Hospital and Bulgarian Street Dogs. This is on, of course, the inimitable Manifest of Hate. Yeah, it's basically another flyer with their logo, the label logo, and the god damn it, there's so much in this little bag. The label flyer with some lyrics, or yeah, spoken word by Mafia Mustafa, The Weird Ways of Mafia Mustafa. And there you go. That's that. Another flyer, so 2 flyers, and then there is a booklet. Southern Spruce is basically the Slutat, the incarnation or the reincarnation of Slutat. They even have the same nail logos here and there. Plays 100% authentic and communion rock music exclusively. On Manifest of Hate, this is number 38, which is cool, and then number 55 out of 100. This is basically a soundtrack to a road trip or a train trip they did. They got in trouble in Turkey, they got in trouble everywhere because of drugs and because of trusting the wrong people or getting into the wrong neighborhoods or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I talked about Slutat a lot, I talked about Southern Spruce, not that a lot, but it needs time. So yeah, it's coming. They have a 7-inch, I think this, and then maybe I'm missing something. But yeah. There's also this one that came in. Slutat. This is the Raw Creativity Cannot Be Contained, Rehearsals and Leftovers from 2013 to 2019. The gun, it falls open like this, too, very colorful. And it's just like it says, there you go. The Swedish colors is just leftovers, but yeah, very nice to have this in that way. It's probably also on vinyl, or it's going to come on vinyl, but I'm not sure. Number 70 out of 97. I think these are gone. Yeah. Never enough. Slutat. I'll put that on later. Listen to this. That crawling pace. Then, post from the Ukraine, Extreme Arts, and this is Wandering Soul Productions. Dmitro Novikov from the Ukraine does very interesting releases, closely linked to The Horrible Room. I got in contact with him through, I'm not sure through who, because of that he had a copy of the Aske compilation, and he said, yeah, I'm also releasing my own stuff. So I managed to pick up one of his tapes, South Dead Records, one distributed by Wandering Soul. So it's kind of unclear what is the label and what's the distro, but Wandering Soul Productions is the contact. So basically the story about this is a diehard, if you want to call it that way. I don't know why the crafty pictures are on here. It probably says something very wrong, but I don't know. The thing is, they were buried once the war started out, because everything with ruins and stuff like that got confiscated or burned, or I don't know. That is the story, that they have all been burned for some time. Copy 2 out of 11. We are into exclusive territory, I guess. Comes with some burned stuff. There you go. The duo. Very Horrible Room-esque. Like I said, they have close connections to the label. They are releasing some of their stuff here and there. Always on tape. I don't think vinyl is in the works. I mean, it is Ukraine. But yeah, they managed to release, which is weird. Yeah. Once again, Wandering Soul Productions. Good guy. Wish I could support more, but you know, funding. And then the absolute last part is this one. It is in French, but it's from Aske, from Mr. Watts. And it says in French, he wrote for the douaniers, so the customs people, that it says, c'est un cadeau pour mon ami Tom. It's a gift from my friend Tom. I paid everything, you don't have to do anything, it's not professional, it's not for money, it's just a gift. And then it says that he doesn't want to get it back because he's handicapped. Merci beaucoup. It's caked with a flyer on the back, I don't know what that is, but Volkfang. Anyway, Mr. Watts sent me a few tapes, William or Bill. This is the Occulted Dead Stands raw rehearsal for the American Onslaught he did, I think, somewhere around Philadelphia. It is a home dub. It sounds raw. A raw rehearsal, that's double raw. Wild Hunt, Will to Power to Make Something Ugly, Still Wanted tracks for the last full length. Still adore the other ones. Great project, but more on that a little later. Lightning Under Camouflage was the tape that, these are two tapes that came with a full length that he sent me. Lightning Under Camouflage is more of his, there was Lightning Under Sun, and then the Longbow demo has it too on one or two tracks. A very English project. It is neo-folk, but just like Power Electronics, it's a world I do not venture in that much. I mean, Dead in June, everybody knows Dead in June, but you know, this is not that. But I guess it is, because I don't know. Kind of a old posh isolation was also mentioned by Reek of Pestilence, who is still, especially for the newer things, is still the channel to check out. His descriptions are very, very good. Yeah, this is a project that makes me respect Aske even more, because to bring Occulted Dead Stands back up, I struggle to see how it's black metal. It's black metal in the same sense that Carved Cross is black metal. It has more to do with hardcore and noise rock than it has to do with black metal. There are bursts there, but like I said, more on that later. The regular artwork for this is even better. This is the copied National Anthem, Fleck-Tarn Dragons, Lightning Under Camouflage, and Untitled. There are TV samples in here saying how to treat your dragon, or how to, you know, care for your dragon. But yeah, like I said, it is not my world, so there's nothing more to say. If I have to say Dead in June and the intro track sounds a bit like Morrissey or The Smiths, then we are off track. So that is not how I want to approach it. So I can't say anything about it, but it is very worth checking out if you're into that world. It's not black metal. But yeah, I'll put it up in the last part. There we go, last part. Lightning Under Camouflage is playing. I need to hang this up and that I can see it every day, because it cracks me up every time. Thank you, Bill, for the gems. I decided not to just rip them off all the time. This also reminds me of Salem, for example, now that I hear it. I decided not to rip them off all the time. And don't ask for free stuff. I get free stuff sometimes from him. But I also picked up his releases from Go to Warx to support Danny a bit. He threw in this compilation tape that, to my great dismay, I have not checked. It is the May mixtape 2023. Even his mixtapes are incredible. Look at that, 4 screws, 5 screws even, and very nicely printed on. Then, Die Verbannen Kinder Evas, Misery, I don't know what that is. Mata Kittel, Darkstorm of Mauve, Ifernach, Norton, Solitude, Nietstong, Occulted Dead Stands, Wanneer Tra, ja, oké. Warnig Odegracht, Smyrna, and Putrid Mash. This is a bootleg mixtape from Danny. straight from the heart, artists that are slowly migrating towards the mighty God of Warwick's that has a third life, I think now. I think they're Morrissey? I don't know. No. So yeah, it takes time to get into Lightning Under Camouflage, but I'm willing to take the time. Before we dive into and end with Aske, this is Ifranach with Wakam 2. I've listened to Wakam 1 a lot because I had the tape from Tour de Garde for even the tapes have always heard. I mean, Danny, what are you doing? There you go, but it's all very nice and beautiful, especially with with the snake skin printed on there. Fits. So yeah, welcome to a second EP. I have to admit, I did not listen to this. I listened to this digitally a bit. Very nice green cosmetics. Ooh, yeah, the titles Gaspesia and Lost Soul. I think there are some covers in here. Lost Soul by the Immortals. Yeah, 4 tracks. I've read the lyrics. They deal about territory and survival. I wish the interview would have gone through because that would have been great, but maybe one day. Finian, open invitation. Matthew, open invitation. They are prepped. We just need to updates and go. I load these little packages. But yeah. Protection, safety first. Then, the absolute last two of this tape mountain, and this is Occulted Dead Stance with demo 5, and I'm blanking on whatever the other is. Let's see, what have I written down? Some Things Are Eternal. This one came out in 2017 already, and it was, I'm not sure if it was a tape or a CDR. It came with a condom filled with, I think, also graveyard soil actually. Once again, Obi on here, and this is a cropped version of the artwork. That's why it's making me think it was a CDR. Go to Warwick's and Aske, the flag and the fist. Did I have that correct? Yes. Then I need a drink. Water. There you go. Cosmetics. Long time since I used that word. It's only for tapes, I guess. This is one of his earlier demos for Occulted Dead Stance. Now, I said that it wasn't really black metal. I think Go to Warwick's on the YouTube channel described it all of a sudden as raw black punk, and that is maybe a better description. It is droning. I've written down. I don't know what that is, but very good droning. It has. Oh yeah, that's why. The track on there. I don't know which one it is. I think the second one on here. It has a very weird. It plays with the sound of the guitar a bit. All of a sudden I heard Burzum Philosophe, but it switches between. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Or is it on the other one? No, it's on this one. Yeah, it's hard to describe, but it flips between talking about dub, I hear in the guitar, and then the other one I hear Bosom Philosophen, so it has that droning, buzzing sound that goes through it. But raw black punk is actually a very good descriptor. I've listened to the other one more, that is this one. This is a very long title, and I just wrote the abbreviation down. But I'll find it. Once again, it has a beautiful obi with a tree on it. There is nothing on here. It is something like it's the 2 last tracks. You are what I once was, and what I am you will surely become, which is a very good title in my opinion. There you go. I really love the artwork. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, the solitude that thing presents, the violence and the solitude that image has. What you are, I once was. Sound-wise, equal parts noise rock and black metal. It has bursts. I mean, the intro is the first 5 seconds are very black metal, raw black metal, but then it just Birds into noise rock like Amphetamine Reptile, always raw black punk, always played with a certain harsh tone going through it, but it feels like McCluskey in some parts. So it's all over the place, and I think my favorite one is still the full length, I guess, or the first full length. Yeah, I haven't written it down, the title. I'm blanking on it. But yeah, the green tape on Fallow Fields. I'm not going to get it back in the package. Yeah, Occult Dead Stands maybe the flagship label still for Oskit. I'm not sure, but very good. And interesting to see where it's going to go. Very interesting to see where I'm going to go. Listening to Summoning also, so you know where we are. We are in Austria. That's it for now. The tape is kind of done. That was Lightning Under Camouflage. I am going to pack up and go to Antwerp. This was a video, 45 minutes talking about music cassettes. I think we are done here. I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.